Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. My name is Gentleman Ghost, and today you are in for another episode of Let's Build a Kingdom, or as I like to call it, my little side project that comes out on a Friday. Now, what we have here today was a little project that I had been messing around with for a few days, making a few templates. And sorry about the stuttering there, it's due to the world edit that I've been using. It sort of glitches out the camera mod, but that's fine. Now today we are going to be starting off on the barracks, or the main area where our soldiers who shall defend our kingdom are going to be staying. Now I did do quite a bit of terraforming, but what our camera is focusing on right now is the area where our barracks are going to be situated exactly. So we are going to have our barracks right there at the corner of the wall, sort of on that flat piece of land between the cliff and the main gate. Now, I wasn't too sure on the design I wanted for the barracks because I wanted to make it detailed, but I didn't want to make it too detailed. So in the end, I decided to go with ribbed walls and so on and so forth. But we'll get to that in a minute. First of all, I started terraforming away, and then I brought in some steps, and then I actually decided I want to make this barracks, but I want to plan it out first. So I used red wool to mark out the shape of the barracks, and then I cut away into the mountain to actually get the area where the barracks was going to go. Now, it didn't quite go to plan, if I remember correctly, because part of the barracks isn't visible because it's in the mountain. Part of it is. Bit weird, but that's fine. Now, the main barracks area I wanted to make a sort of a training courtyard, but for that I needed to make the walls, as you can see I'm working on here. I needed walls around the courtyard, and I wanted them to look imposing, menacing, but at the same time quite friendly. Wasn't sure how to achieve that, so I used stone brick stairs, and my usual spruce wood, which you all know I do adore. I generally use stone brick for the archers as well, and let's zoom. Good. As you can see, I also used cobblestone stairs on the top of stone brick pillars to give it a sort of depth, and I also used stone brick walls on the inside to sort of bring out a more rustic vibe for the whole place. I also indented the actual walls using stone brick stairs, and I put in some draining gutters. I wasn't too sure on them at first, but I did quite like them, so I left them as they were. Now, I actually did need to make sort of a top part of the wall, because what's the point of a wall if you can't walk on it, in my opinion. Maybe not other people's opinions, but in my opinion that is a very valid point. So I used spruce slabs for that, and then I finished off layering up the edges of the walls, and dear God, the frame stutter there is terrifying. I'm terribly sorry about this. Admittedly, I'm not quite sure what is wrong with the camera mod, but it's not quite working right. I'll be switching over to a different one soon anyway, hopefully, because next episode we'll probably be doing the docks. Now, I started off on the main framework for the main building in this area. You can see that I patterned off the walls on the inside of the courtyard as well, gave it a bit of crenellation as well. And then I started doing the inside framework and the outside framework for this barracks area. Now, the top floor probably will be sort of bunk bed area, because this thing is going to have 2 to 3, possibly 3 floors. It's going to have the main floor where the main barracks recruitment stuff goes on. Second floor, where possibly it'll be showers, not showers, it's medieval times, but the bunks and all that sort of thing. And then there might be an attic, but I'm not sure on that yet. As you can see, I set up some braziers on the top front corners of the barracks courtyards, so to light up the night and keep away the monsters. And I kept patterning the inside of the barracks and experimenting with different designs. I did come up with one that I liked in the end. It did take me a bit of time actually to just experiment around with what I wanted, but I finally figured out what I wanted to use. And that was nether brick, and if memory serves me, iron bars and sea lanterns, because this is a 1.8 world, not 1.9 as of yet, but the camera mods are only for 1.8, and I much prefer the 1.8 version of Minecraft to the 1.9 due to certain things. Let's just say that when I first went into 1.9, my game did not like it, to say the least. Now as we come into the courtyard, you can see the main courtyard walls that we use, and I was right, mostly. We did use nether brick and sea lanterns, but we also used iron bars, iron blocks, and pistons to pattern in the walls, and I think it is a very nice effect. Even though it's sort of medieval town, it gives it a sort of a reinforced ideal. So it actually looks pretty good. And as you can see, I just flew around there with some banners just to decorate the area as I saw fit. Oh, and it rains and then it stops. So as you can see, the main framework for the whole building is mostly complete, I would say. Now, what I wanted to do was I wanted to link up the barracks to the tower that's at the back. But as of yet, I haven't done that. So that'll be for another episode, maybe. I'm not sure what I want that tower to be. It might be sort of a wizard's tower, or it'll be something else. I'm not sure yet. But as you can see here, I started off on the barracks roof. And I didn't want to sort of a fully directly diagonal roof. So I went for a sort of a T shape instead. And I also added wooden reinforcement beams at the actual side of the barracks. Now for the front part of the roof, I didn't do a direct diagonal, but rather I went up in sort of spikes, and it actually looks fairly good, although I did sort of redo it later on and cut off the front because it looked a bit too long. I also added some roof supports that come off the beams, and I finished off the main roof area. I also added slabs on top of that, and it actually looks fairly good. If we come through here, you can see that I have the banners on the front of the keep, the barracks, the keep for a later episode. But hopefully we'll have that out on a Friday as well. I don't know yet. But yeah, you can see that the banners are on the front there. And I think, maybe not, I might be changing over to a sort of a grittier version of Sphax, so the grunge version of Sphax, and making it sort of a more medieval feel to it, if you will. Now, as we come through here, you can see how it looks. It actually looks fairly good. It's got the flags and the inner courtyard, and we patterned it all up. But that's all from me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid. After all, I don't have all day. But I thank you all very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed. and we shall see you all next time. Bye!